What is going on, guys? Lildogdog here, and today I am bringing you the event guide for the 2020 Halloween event. Are you excited? I'm excited. I haven't played this game in like a year. I just got back into it because it released on Steam, and they released a banger of an event. Let's go. All right. So to start off, what you're gonna need are 5 potato, 5 cabbage, and 5 onion. I didn't bring them because I wasn't ready. I kind of just went into it with excitement. So if you can follow along and get them with me in the video, or bring them. To start out, we're going to do the first mini quest, which is where we need to find Death's dog, Munchie. You also get a pet for this one. So starting out at Drainer Manor, you're going to head to the northeast side of the courtyard, I guess, and talk to Death's Dogwalker. He's highlighted right now on my screen, kind of there by the tree. There's quite a good amount of text for these mini quests, and it's honestly kind of good, pretty humorous. I love the self-awareness of this game. So, you're gonna click through the text like you normally do, at a pace that suits you, and when you get to this, you're gonna hit boom. Yes, 1. I will help. So basically, you just agreed, with no guarantee of a reward, to go into this spooky mansion and help this ghost find Death's dog. You messed this up, you're probably dead. But you did it, because you're the hero. So we're going to head into Drainer Manor. If I said that wrong, put it in the comments. If I said it right, that's first. So yeah, we're going to head into Drainer Manor and go through the front door as you typically do. When you get through the front door, you're going to see this pile of bones right near the staircase. Click on that to observe it. And your character is going to be like, whoa, something spooky's going on. Now, there's 2 piles of bones left on the first floor of Drainer Manor. I went to the one in the kitchen to the east, so let's go there. So run to the east from the staircase and into the kitchen. Boom, pile of bones right there on the floor. Click on that thing. Click through the text. Once again, your character's like, dog, this is spooky. And then you're going to head north in the manor and kind of west. And the next pile of bones, it's a tricky one. You're going to see this jump cut here because I couldn't find it. I had to make it look like I know what I'm doing. Under Hilda right there is actually the pile of bones on the floor. It's in that corner of the little cooking area. I would say kitchen, but I already said kitchen. It's there. Look, there it is. There it is. Alright, so you got 3 piles of bones. Your character's well and done spooked. You're going to head upstairs, because that's what you do when you're scared. You go up. And boom, pile of bones right there in the southeast room. Observe that. And it's getting real now. The hair stood up. Crazy. This is Halloween. Alright, so spoiler alert, you got 1 more pile of bones to find before something crazy happens. So click through the text here, and we gotta keep going up, because that's what you do when you're scared. You go up. So out by the staircase is a ladder. You're going to climb up that ladder. As soon as you climb up that ladder, boom, pile of bones right there. Now, if you are weak-hearted, I'd recommend you look away, because this gets real scary. I don't know if you've actually been spooked in RuneScape before. Boom. Did you see that? Scary. Now your character is about to look like you do right now when he falls down on that pile of bones. Boom. But it's just the dog you were looking for. Mission successful. Alright, so click through that text. If you want to read it, read it. And you're going to go back to Death's Dogwalker, because you done did it. So you got to climb down the ladder, go down the stairs, and then out through the kitchen. Or dining room. I don't know. It's a mansion. And Death's Dogwalker is where he was when you started this little mini quest. Talk to that boy. Or girl. I don't assume. And he's gonna offer Munchie a treat. But being the terrible dog walker that he is, doesn't actually have a treat. And once again, you gotta do it for him. So he's gonna give you this, like, spade. Munchie's spade or shovel or whatever it may be. It's for digging. It's a digging tool. And you just need to kind of walk around and find some bones for Munchie. So what I did is I just walked a little to the center of the corridor and pressed dig on Munchie's spade. It's going to give you a prompt. The prompt is ice cold. It's 5 or more tiles away from you where you need to be digging. If it says cold, 3 tiles. If it's hot, that's 2 tiles. And if it says so close, you're 1 tile away. And if you're like me, you move the wrong direction because you're dumb. So once you find the small dog bones, you need to return to Death's Dogwalker. And turn them boys in. Once you turn them in, you're going to be rewarded with the Munchie pet. And just like that, you've got a pet. You've got this little skeleton dog who can follow you around for the rest of your days in RuneScape. Alright, we're going to Death next for mini quest number 2. The Fragmented Souls of Death, according to Wikipedia. Alright, talk to Death. And you're going to say to that boy, number 3, how can I help? Because you're a good hero. And that's what you want to do. And he's going to proceed to tell you that Halloween's a busy time for him. And because he's too busy partying, dude can't do his job. So you got to do his job. You have to be Death. So he's going to give you this crystal. And you need to take this crystal and go put some souls to rest all around Gielinor. Free-to-play Gielinor, essentially. So he places that thing right in your inventory, like a reverse pickpocket, and tells you, go for it. The first place you're going to need to go to is the Barbarian Village to put a soul to rest. So interact with the polarizing crystal he snuck into your inventory without your consent, and then start your way running up to Barbarian Village. Realistically, probably would be faster to home teleport to Falador to do this, but we don't do it that way. We do it this way because it's not that far of a run either, and you probably need the steps. So take your character north and all the way up to Barbarian Village. Okay, put yourself in the center of Barbarian Village, right by these mining nodes, and interact with the polarizing crystal. And this little purple floating ball is going to pop up, called a Fragmented Soul. You need to click on the Fragmented Soul to help it, and you need to channel on it for 15 to 20 seconds. I say 15 to 20 seconds. That is a rough estimate. If you can stay on top of it the whole time. There's a distance, and you're going to have to follow that thing around because it doesn't want your help. So just keep following around, clicking help, and eventually you're going to have fully healed it, and it'll say, boom, 1 out of 4. Interact with the polarizing crystal again, because we're on a schedule here, and it's going to tell you the next one is at the Dwarven Mine. That's just to the west. You could also home teleport to Falador again, but I got a feeling this time running is actually quicker. So get your butt over there, and I'll meet you there. Alright, here we are. Climb down the ladder to get into the Dwarven Mine. Now you may need to move a little southeast to actually get the ball to appear, but interact with the polarizing crystal, and then the Fragmented Soul should pop up and just be flying around doing its thing. Click on it, another 15 to 20 seconds should heal it, and once you're done, boom, 2 out of 4. You're halfway there. Alright, so once you're done with that, make your way out of the Dwarven Mine. And once you're on the surface, interact with the polarizing crystal. This time it's going to tell you need to go to this cabbage field in Port Sarim. Well, north of Port Sarim, west of Draenor. I home teleported to Port Sarim. It may be quicker to home teleport to Draenor Village in this case, but it's pretty close. You do you. If you want to follow along, go for it. If you want to be independent, I appreciate that. Either way, meet me at that cabbage field. Alright, so you're going to pop your way into that cabbage field right there. And once you get in, if you know it, you know it. If you don't know it, you haven't been paying attention. Interact with that polarizing crystal. It's going to pop up another purple ball. Click on that thing, follow it around, help it, and you'll be 3 out of 4 shortly. Now, if you're watching right now, it would be greatly appreciated if you could like and subscribe to this video. I don't know if it has anything to do with the algorithm or whatever. It just makes me feel good. Also, comment. I really like reading your comments, even if they're mean, because it means people are watching. Alright, once you healed that little cabbage ball, interact with polarizing crystal again. This can tell you where number 4 is. It's in the Lumbridge Swamp. So we're going to home teleport to Lumbridge. From the lodestone, you're going to run south. And then once you're in the catacombs, run west, or of the swamp. The well is this little brick structure in the middle of the swamp that if you hover over it is a well. And once you get there, you're going to use that polarizing crystal again. Oh, look at you. You probably didn't even have to, probably didn't have to tell you that. You probably knew that. You don't need me. You got this. And then you're going to help that purple flying ball thing again. This one was mega annoying because he kept going counterclockwise. So maybe position yourself so that he's going to come at you and then pass you in a counterclockwise position. Because this one took me like a minute probably. And you get to watch me struggle, because that's the way these work. And it's okay if you laugh at me. I left it in. We're almost there. Okay, once you are done struggling in the Lumbridge Swamp, you gotta go back to death. So we're going to do the Drainer Village home teleport. And walk your way up to Drainer Manor. Talk to the big boy, Death himself, and then choose the third chat option, how could I help again? This is the point where he realizes that you actually did everything that he asked you to do while he was just partying, and rewards you with some spook tokens. Alright, so the next one we're doing is Pestilence. If you can't see the red box, it's in the bottom of the screen, near the left. Or you can just follow me as I run to the southwest. Because we got the third mini quest coming on, the Plague Soup of Pestilence. Alright, talk to the ugly boy, Pestilence, right here. And he's going to try and bully you and make you scared of him for whatever reason. Just kind of rude. And actually ask you to develop a plague to kill people. And you're the hero of Gielinor. You're just not doing that. You are not doing that. So he's like, alright then, how about a soup? Help your boy with a soup. And your character's like, is it really a soup? Is it really a soup? I don't believe you that's a soup. But he's like, yeah, it's like all vegetables. So choose one. Yes, that will help. I mean, he wants vegetables. How could that be poison, right? So you need 5 cabbage, 5 potatoes, and 5 onions. I didn't bring this, like I said at the beginning, so I gotta go grab cabbages. Luckily, they're right there. For those of you who came prepared, unlike myself, 19 minutes is where you can skip ahead to. If you didn't come prepared, follow along. I'm going to show you just where you can find 5 cabbages. Like right here. You probably could have grabbed them earlier, but I didn't say anything because I knew this part of the video existed. And I also said at the beginning, so if you were standing in a cabbage patch after knowing you needed 5 cabbages and didn't grab them, that's on you. So yeah, 19 minutes skip ahead. Those of you sticking with me, I appreciate you. You're probably an Iron Man. You're going to need 5 onions. Those are south of the Drainer Manor Bank. Luckily, that's close. So we're just going to run there, right? Right. I'll be honest, I don't even know if anybody's watching this part of the video. If I saw the beginning of the video that told me I needed 15 veg, I'm going to buy the 15 veg and come prepared. So, I mean, if you're here, appreciate you. But, should have come prepared. Because this is kind of wasting time, in my opinion. Alright, so I had to fight this dude for onions. The disrespect. Couldn't believe it. But I got him. I got 5 onions eventually. And then, we're going to head to the nearest potato patch, which is northeast of Lumbridge, just south of Varrock. But if you follow along, you see that I take possibly the stupidest path humanly possible to get there. Like, it was just so inefficient. And it's because I haven't played the game for a while. I was like, where is this? I know there's one over here. How did I get there? I didn't play for like a year. It was 288 days that I didn't play. But I'm back. And I want to play the game again, so that's good. So yeah, I mean, the way to go if you wanted to get there quicker would be to go straight and then cross the River Lum by the bridge and then run north, and the potato patch will be on your right. What I did here is I go north up through this little weird cow area, cross the bridge of the River Lum here, and then I have to run east. And not only do I run east, but I go like a little north through the cabbage place where the cabbage quest occurred, and right by like the old lure spot with the wizards. I don't know, it was not the best way to go, but I got there. Alright, once you finally arrive to the potato patch, you've probably been here, waiting for instruction. You're going to pick 5 taters. Pretty simple. You click on pick, you just click on the potato, it picks the potato. Real intuitive. Once you got 5 potatoes, 5 cabbages, and 5 onions, you're going to return to Pestilence, who is southwest of Drainer. Not the best picture I've ever done there, I will say. Kind of hard to see where he's at. Yeah. I'm rusty. Okay, leave me alone. Alright, so, welcome back, those of you who skipped ahead. Oh wait, no, not yet. We're not at 19 minutes. Welcome back, those of you that skipped ahead. You probably brought the cabbage and potatoes and onions. You can see that I now have those. And you talk to Pestilence to turn them in. He's, once again, going to be like, ha 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 ha, it's a soup. And then he's going to be like, you need to go get my ghost bros in the Lumbridge graveyard. And you're like, I can do that. And then he's going to allude to like some riddle. We got to figure that riddle out. So, home teleport to Lumbee. You know, when I first started playing this game, small anecdote here, I was like 8 years old, and I spent 4 hours a day killing goblins in Lumbridge because I didn't know I could go do anything else. I was like level 40 from killing goblins. every day for hours. Anyway, we're in the Lumbridge graveyard. You're going to talk to a ghost, any spirit, just one of them. I apologize for the jump cut. And click through the dialogue. He's going to give you like the riddle and be like, hey, if you want us to come with you, you got to figure out who we are, but we also lie. So you can. But we're going to do it. That's why you're watching the guide, right? That's right. So, I digress. Click through. And for the cheat sheet on how to do this, just have some patience. Okay? It's coming. Essentially what you have to do is for the process of elimination, figure out what ghost is who based on how they react to some dialogue. So you're going to speak to two spirits. Tell each of them a joke and pretend to be scared of each of them and see how they react. Make sure you know their name and their reaction. So if I speak to the mischievous spirit, and they don't find a joke funny, then I already know who they are. Speak to another spirit and do the same thing. So I talk to this spirit and I see that they think jokes are funny, and they also like that I was scared of them. So once you got two, you can just go through elimination. Speak to one and select the fourth chat option to solve the riddle. Now, the ghost that likes jokes and scaring people is Bungles. The ghost that likes jokes but not scaring is Spook, and the ghost that likes scaring but not jokes is Misty. I don't know if they're the same for anybody. My answers were the mischievous ghost was Misty, the mocking ghost was Bungles, and the grinning ghost was Spook. If you missed any of that, I recommend just going back and pausing on the text and going through that and figuring it out. You're going to go back to Pestilence now. And as usual, to forward progress, you got to talk to him. Click through that thing, that dialogue, and he tricked ya. That was a plague you helped him make. Somehow, with 5 cabbages, 5 onions, and 5 potatoes, he's gonna make a plague. So you're actually a bad dude. You're a bad person. You should feel bad about it. You have a lot of death on your hands. So once he rewards you for that, we're going to go do the final mini quest, the Potatoes of Famine. You can find Famine in the Lumbridge Swamp north of the Water Altar. So what I did is I just ran southeast through Drainer into the Lumbridge Swamp. I believe this is the fastest route. Famine is a big bird-looking thing standing over here in the area in which I rectangled in red. You're going to talk to Famine, and through the discussion, Famine indicates to you that he's really bad at her job. She? I think it's a she actually. She indicates she's really bad at her job. She's trying to make a plague, but it just isn't really working. She plagues it up, and then it unplagues. She plagues it up, it unplagues. So she's like, hey, figure this out, pick some for me. So 1, yes, I'm ready to help. That's how you do quests. You help. If you don't have that down by now, get that down, write it down somewhere. You want to help, that's how you quest in RuneScape. So she's like, I need you to pick 240 potatoes right now, 120 of each. And you're like, wow, that's a lot of clicking. But it isn't. You only have to click once, technically. But the key is to click a few times by picking only healthy or picking only rotten at one time. So I started off picking fresh potatoes. You can see, so if you're picking fresh, next to, or down in wherever your buff bar is, it's going to start counting up. As long as you're picking fresh potatoes, that is going to keep counting up. Once you reach 30, it goes 3 times faster. So instead of getting 1 potato every time you pick, you get 3 potatoes. The nodes will switch about every 30 seconds. So what I was doing was just hovering over the rotten one and waiting for it to switch to healthy, and then I click on it as soon as it switched to healthy. As you saw there, if you just want to do this and not listen to me, I'll be quiet most of the time. You'll just have the background music. It's 29.15 to skip, because 120 potatoes is a lot of potatoes, and then you double that. That's 2 times a lot of potatoes. So yeah, you can just watch what I do here. If you're confused by it, you pick all fresh and then pick all rotten. Whatever one you do first, the second one is going to take longer because you have to work the stacks down of whether you did healthy or rotten. But I mean, it just takes a couple minutes. Alright, here we go. Nearly done. Once you reach 120 of each potato, you're going to go back to Famine and choose the first chat option, let's talk about the blight problem. It's at this point you're going to hand your potatoes in, and Famine's going to be like, let me figure this out. Go take a seat by the tree. Which is just very odd that you have to go sit by a tree. But whatever. That's one of the 4 riders of the apocalypse. You don't really have a choice. So go sit by the tree. But lo and behold, there's a ghost by the tree. So you're going to talk to that ghost. And that ghost is going to tell you that he is actually the reason that Famine is bad at her job. He's got anti-blight, which is like how we stop it, the blight from spreading, because he was killed by famine, and he's got kind of a savior complex. So he's like, all right, me and my bros, we are making this anti-blight, but we're almost out, and I don't have a brain because I'm a ghost, so I don't really remember how to make it, and I need to know how to make it, you know. So he's like, all right, go find my 3 brothers. They're scattered around Draenor Village, and they should at least remember a little bit, and from what they tell you and what I tell you, you can piece it together to figure out how to make this anti-blight. Your character is like, Lord, here we go again. Okay, as long as there's nothing else after this. So he's like, okay, let's go. So you go to Draenor Village, and you need to find the 3 brothers. I found them for you inside these 3 square boxes. The first one I went to is the one south of the wheat field in Draenor Village. When I ran by, I didn't see the one to the south of the bank. So if you want to follow along, we are going north of the prison, south of the wheat field. It's the easternmost brother. So I literally run right by him right here. He's right there, but I didn't see him. So yeah, he is right here by the wheat field walking around. Hard to see because he's a ghost, but you know. And you're going to talk to him. You say, hey, ghost brother, how do I make anti-blight? And he's like, it is the exact opposite of what the blight is. So you need to figure out what the blight is. It doesn't really help because you don't know what the blight is. So the next brother, jump cut, talk to him. He's over here, north of the pig pen. He gives you another hint. And if you paid attention to these hints, it would tell you how to make the anti-blight. But luckily you have me for that. I figured it out by reading. The next one is south of the bank here. Talk to him too. He's going to give you another hint. I honestly don't remember what this one. Something about shaking and mixing and swirling and twirling. I remember what it was at the time. But you're going to go back to Famine now. Now that you found the 3 ghost brothers. You'd think you'd go talk to the ghost, but no. There's a trick. You need to talk to Famine. So, click on Famine, and choose the 3rd chat option. How do you make your blight? And Famine, being as bad as at her job as she is, proceeds to tell you how she makes her blight. Something with mixing and stirring and shaking, and if you pay too much attention, you're going to get confused. And then she realizes that she's doing something she probably shouldn't be doing, so she stops. But it's too late. So say goodbye, be polite, and then go talk to the ghost again. By the tree she told you to sit down by. Choose the 3rd chat option. I want to try and make the anti-blight. And the steps are as follows. 1. The first step is swirl. These are not corresponding to the chat options. So it goes swirl, mix, shake, mix. And once you do all 6 steps, boom, bam, ba-boom, you've got anti-blight. Congratulations. Alright, so you're going to go talk to Famine now, because we're pretty much done. So talk to Famine, and click through here. And Famine's going to be like, alright, I know what the problem is. It's the fact that we're in a swamp. Once again, bad at your job. Clearly not. The hero literally told you that they're a ghost using anti-blight, but you're too proud to see it. So he decides to go back to Draenor Manor, where you can do all these quests as minigames. So, boom, you've done it. You've earned the spook tokens, and you've got the pet. I appreciate all you sticking around and staying subscribed and subscribing while I was on break. I plan to upload a lot more videos. Look out for a quest guide for Desperate Measures, and subscribe to my Twitch. Thanks.